What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew and today we're taking a look inside my backpack. This is the Peak Design 45-liter travel bag. I've got it about 6 months ago to use as an everyday bag because my gear list just kept growing. And eventually it turned into a travel bag when I started taking more client jobs all across the country. So I figured that I would dive into how I pack it for my different work trips. Now, in my last video, I mentioned how I do not like checking my bags at the airport because I'm constantly worried of something breaking, getting stolen, getting lost, damaged, whatever the case might be. So I want to personally have my gear on me at all times, and this bag has been instrumental in making it happen. I'm gonna show you what the bag looks like. I'm not really gonna review it too much because there's tons of other videos out there on YouTube that will deep dive into the review of this bag. I really just wanna focus on how I pack it and how it works for me and my video and photography setup so that you can see if this bag is something that you should invest in. Excuse me. So as I open up the bag here, it actually does not come with this camera cube. If you're on that main camera there, it doesn't come with this. I purchased this separately, but again, this is a huge part of how I'm able to pack everything so compactly, and I'll get to that in a second. The lid to it folds up, you can zip it all the way across. There's side access panels on either side, which coincide with the side access panels on the backpack here. So if I needed to quickly access my camera, if I was out and around shooting, which I have done plenty, I just open up both panels. I can easily slide the camera out, take my shots, and then put it back and zip it up, and everything is nice and secure and I can go on my way. So this camera cube has been absolutely great. I love it. It keeps all my camera gear in check. And again, I will show you how I pack that out a little bit later on. The rest of the bag, nice, big, wide open. It's super spacious, and it actually has a zip to expand it even more, which I just discovered back in January, so that was fun. And then the front panel zips up so you can store even additional stuff. There's all these sorts of compartments and little pockets that you can put everything from clothes to gear to cables, batteries, whatever you need. It's got this laptop sleeve and compartment back here, super useful as well. And then it's even got, again, I didn't notice this right away, but it's got these hidden hip straps that you can use if you're going on a hike or something like that, and they hide behind these magnetic compartments, so they just fold up just like that. You'd never even know that they were there. It's a super comfortable bag. I love wearing it. I've never felt like it was gonna break or gonna bust open or pop. The straps are nice and sturdy. They're a little less sturdy now than when I got them, but that's because I've tested the fortitude of this bag. So they're a little less sturdy, but I still don't feel like they're gonna break or tear off or anything like that. Really everything about this bag I love. It's a great bag. Easy to bring with you, whether you're doing a hike or like a weekend trip somewhere, or if you've got a lot of video photography equipment and you want to sling it all on your shoulder. I have managed to pack this out with not only my camera equipment, but lighting equipment and my clothes. It does everything. It does everything that you think that it could do, and I really don't have anything negative to say about it. With that in mind, I want to kind of walk you through how I pack everything out. Firstly, let's go with the camera cube, because one of the things I learned most recently on a couple back-to-back work trips was that I can fit a lot more in here if I take the camera cube out. And so that's what I've been doing, and it's been working great for me. The camera cube is now my carry-on, my personal item, so to speak, and I throw everything that I need camera-wise in here that I worry could get broken or stolen. So in this little trapezoidal area here, I put the camera with the lens. I can't put it in there now because, well, I'm filming with it, so that wouldn't be very useful to you. You wouldn't be able to see what it looks like. So I usually put the camera right in here, but I can walk you through some of the rest of the pack. This is the case for my Portkeys PT6 monitor that I use. It's a great reference monitor. I actually won it on Instagram through a giveaway, so I'll probably be doing a more in-depth video on that in the near future. I'll usually put the monitor in here, and then in this top compartment right here, right where my fingers are, it's nice and easy fit. It slides right in there. So I'll put that in there, as well as these are my LumeCube Panel Pros, and I just stick those right in there so that it's nice and secure. None of those things are gonna be jostling around or anything like that. One thing I started doing, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this camera, but I've got the GoPro set up right here, but I have this cool little pouch that I can put all of my ND filters and different like step-up rings and stuff in. So that Velcros right to the side of the camera case, which is really useful. I also have these are my lenses, and look how cute and adorable they are. That's the benefits of using the Lumix camera system, the Micro Four Thirds. It's way less glass, so these are way less expensive and way smaller. As I stated in one of my last videos, I think I'm all about the portability. My goal is to be as portable as possible with my setup. So having the Micro Four Thirds camera system and these baby little lenses, game changer for me. But I'll usually stick them in one of these Velcro pouches here. I'll just kind of turn it on its side, and then I'll fold this top flap down so that it has a shelf, and then the other one goes right on top. So those are nice and secure there. I also have, what else do I have? Yeah, I usually take the top handle for the camera cage that I'm working with, which again is on my camera, otherwise I'd show it to you. I'd throw that in there, as well as the side handle, which is currently mounting the monitor. So again, that doesn't help. And I'll usually throw some GoPro accessories right into this pocket here, just to make everything nice and snug. And lastly, everything in this pouch is gonna be all my battery chargers, batteries for the camera and the monitor, you know, charging docks, anything like that. I'll usually throw my lavalier mics in there too, just to keep everything nice and secure and tight, and it's not gonna wiggle around at all. Then when I'm done, I zip this up, right, just like this, and I have two nice durable handles that I can carry it around with. So I'll usually just be walking around the airport, something like that. And that's all my camera equipment right in there. Peak Design sells 3 size camera cubes. This is the medium. The small is one portion of this, and the large, I believe, is the medium plus the small, kind of added together, right? So if you think of this in terms of thirds, it's small, medium, and then large. But let's move on to the main backpack. I use this to throw my lighting equipment in now as well, because it's plenty big enough, there's plenty of room, and it actually expands. So typically what I'll do is I will take the collapsible stands from the LumeCube Studio Panels. Imagine this is the collapsible Studio Panel Pro tripod. I'll take both of them and I'll stick them right up along the side like this, okay? I'll then take the Panel Pros and I'll lay them down flat right here along the bottom of the bag. And usually I'll stuff t-shirts, jeans, socks, other unmentionables, and I'll usually pad this area around the lights so that 1, the stands aren't scratching them up too much, and 2, so that they're just nice and snug and they're not gonna shift around a lot while traveling. Next, what I'll do in this big open cavern is I will have my Peak Design tech bag, and this will have everything from ND filters to SD card slots, all my charging cables for phones, microphones, tablets, Apple Watch, whatever. I've got my color checker in here, my iPod, yeah, my Apple Pencil, all the accessories that I really need or think I might need for a particular shoot. I just kind of throw them in the tech pouch and then I zip it up, and that goes in here as well. Now, if you're curious about what I pack in the tech pouch, and you're curious about what other odds and ends you might need for a shoot, and you want me to do a video of what's in my tech pouch, let me know down in the comments below. But that will usually go in here right above the studio panels. And just for a frame of reference so you guys can kind of see, because I know it's not fair because I'm using these lights, I will show you with the iPad just to give you an idea, because they're about the same size. So you're looking really at something like this, and now imagine that clothes are sort of taking up the excess space over here. After that, I've got my headphones, which after I forgot on one work trip, I have never forgotten again because I usually just leave these tucked in the top of my backpack right there. And then if I have room in this pack, if I don't need too many clothes or it's not too many days of filming or traveling, I'll take the GoPro kit and I'll just stick that right there. And then again, like I said, I got the laptop pouch back there. You can actually just slide this right in and it'll fit up to a 16-inch laptop, I believe. Now there is, I don't know if I can capture it on either camera, but there is sort of this, if I turn it around this way maybe, there is a tablet sleeve in there as well. It does not fit the iPad Pro with a case on it. So this is just the thinnest pad folio that I could find. So if you're traveling with a laptop and an iPad, I'd actually recommend taking it out of the case and then it'll fit nice and snug in the tablet sleeve there, like that. So this is kind of a convoluted mess, but after I get the back portion all packed up, ready to go, I'll flip it over. I'll zip it up first, then I'll flip it over. And then you got, like I said, all these extra pouches up front for any additional cables, things that I might have missed. Always do an idiot check, as I have heard it called once or twice upon a time back in my theater days. Always do an idiot check before you leave for an event or are leaving from an event, whether that is filming or a live event that you're working. Just take a once over and walk through the place and make sure you didn't leave any cables or batteries or important things that you might need. I actually did that on a work shoot just recently, and luckily one of the staff members of the establishment found it and brought it to the second location where we were filming the next day. So I didn't lose a $70 battery. But always do an idiot check. So you can throw cables or whatever in these pouches. I usually use them for, like I said, socks or other unmentionables, stuff like that. It's usually where, if I can finagle it, usually where my dirty laundry goes at the end of a trip. All just goes in this sort of front compartment. Keep everything nice and packed. Sometimes I'll throw a book in there if I want to read on the plane. Zip everything up, and then last but not least, once I know it's all secure in here, I will take this nice little tripod case from Peak Design. Again, the tripod's not in there because I'm using it to film, but that'll go right along the side, and I'll just stick it right in there. And everything's nice and secure and packed and ready to go. Oh gosh, again, I didn't zip it up, so there you go, that happened. But once it's all zipped up, it's a nice, secure, easy way to travel. I tested this with the expander zipper unzipped, and it still fits just smooth like butter into the overhead bins. This is my overhead carry-on bag with all of my lighting equipment, and then you got your personal item with all the camera equipment, stuff that you don't want to break, right here. And there you go. Honestly, it's been a great kit. I'm still learning ways that I can maximize it. As long as this bag combo keeps working for me, then I'm probably going to continue to use it. But I'm curious if you guys have had any sort of tips or hacks or things that you use with this bag that works for you. Let me know in the comments below. And again, if you're considering this bag as a beginner videographer, photographer, it's definitely worth the investment because it's something you can grow into as you continue. And I'm excited to see how it's going to continue to grow with me and with my kit. So that's that. And I really don't think I have anything else to add to this video. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So as always, my name is Andrew. If you've enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. And if you have any ideas for what type of video I should do next, whether it's a gear review or what's in my bag or what's in my studio or any sort of questions about videography or photography, let me know down in the comments. I'll hope to chat with you there, and I will see you guys in the next one.